Apparently, you can see through basically every single building in Orgrimmar using Door of Shadows. What a fun gameplay feature that World of Warcraft has added.
You're watching Game on Craft.
World of Warcraft contains many secrets. Game Uncrafter is here to show them all, or attempt to, at least. So far, we've made tons of progress glitching out of bounds in every area that we can. Two of the areas we glitched out of were actually located in the quote-unquote real world and not inside of an instance. Glitching out of bounds in Orgrimmar will be the third glitch on the channel to be performed in this manner. Personally, I love finding secrets in games. It fills me with excitement and joy. And I also love showing them off to my viewers, as many will have never seen these areas. I've mentioned this before, but the first glitch that I ever discovered was way back in the Wrath of the Lich King expansion. I managed to get underneath the Alliance capital of Stormwind. Well, finally, after about 10 years or so, I found a way to glitch underneath the Horde capital of Orgrimmar. I know that this glitch has been done before, but with Door of Shadows, the glitch was made much easier. Join me in this exploration and stay tuned to see the massive secret that lies out of bounds in Orgrimmar. Orgrimmar. What a brown, dry, dusty place. Yet somehow, orcs have thrived here. Yep, we tackle home this time. Your Alliance? Then yeah, you aren't welcome. I mean, you are welcome to the video, but just not my home city. Speaking of being welcomed, the Game Uncrafter channel is growing. If you want to show some support to the video, please make sure to like, comment, and, well...
a paltry task.
Subscribing is. That was a terrible Yoda voice. Many people watching this video will already know about the secret room that's located in the spire here. But from recent things that I've heard, it was supposedly made unreachable in the last few years. That is, of course, until I found a way to get there. I could be wrong in thinking that it was supposedly made unreachable in current World of Warcraft. If anyone knows this, please comment. So, I may or may not be the first person to do this glitch during Shadowlands, but I do want to show that it can definitely be done. For the Horde, destroy the Alliance, Loktar Ogar! Well, now that all the Alliance players have been scared away, we will continue with the video, so that way they do not try to exploit this glitch and attack us from below. That would be kind of rude. Anyway, my Horde brethren and sisters, let's continue exploring. To discover how to perform the glitch, I first tried to glitch underneath the houses around Orgrimmar. While I was able to develop X-ray vision, I only found some cool scenery and not a way to glitch underneath the map. I continued looking around, and when I had kind of given up on the Valley of Strength, I thought it might be beneficial to try and glitch out of the Cleft of Shadows. When I got down there, I looked towards the ceiling and noticed that these spikes were not exactly touching the ceiling of the cleft. Does this remind you of any other glitch I performed? Yeah, it does. Now I had a good idea of where glitching out of bounds was likely to succeed. I used the exact same methodology that I used in the Caverns of Time, and I clicked randomly with Door of Shadows until I was able to jump straight upwards, breaking the entire universe. Well, really just breaking out of bounds in Orgrimmar, but you know what I mean. Now I tried to conduct this success on multiple spikes, but there is only one particular spike that seems to almost always allow the glitch to work. It might be possible to perform this glitch using other spikes, but I'm just not sure. You may also need to use Door of Shadows multiple times to get the perfect angle. When I finally broke out of bounds, I carefully leapt further into the unknown area and I mounted up. Thankfully, we can fly in this area. Check out this view from underneath Orgrimmar. Incredible, absolutely marvelous. I immediately clipped back in bounds on accident, and thankfully the glitch is relatively easily repeatable. Sometimes it was hard to remember exactly which spike will work with the glitch, and sometimes it is hard to remember exactly where to click with Door of Shadows. But other than that, you can perform this glitch as much as you want. The second time I glitch out of bounds, I do my best to make more progress in my exploration, and I was able to reach this basin that lies underneath Orgrimmar. really amazing. I can actually see people running around above me, but they cannot see me. See, I told you I developed X-ray vision. Wasn't lying about that. When I moved toward this weird looking texture, I did not realize how easy it was to clip back in bounds yet. Turns out, it is incredibly easy. You have to be very careful where you step out here. The next time I was out of bounds, I attempted to explore more of the area. I definitely recommend checking out the view above you occasionally as well, as it is quite beautiful to see. I failed multiple times to stay out of bounds and keep on failing. The 5th time I'm out of bounds, I decide to try and explore Ragefire Chasm by heading back over to that weird texture from earlier. When I got to it, instead of the instance being here, I can move past the basin and I can explore the rest of Durotar. Before I continue on, there's also a red light here. Now, I'm not really sure if this is expected, but feel free to let me know in the comments if you know why this light is here. As I move farther out into the pale blue skies, I become a little bit nervous, as we all know what can happen when you are underneath a map like this. If you've watched my Caverns of Time glitch video, you will remember that navigating the underneath area of a place like this can lead to getting stuck in a DC loop. When I arrived at this point, I realized that I had clipped back into bounds, but technically I was still inside one of the rocks. It's kind of interesting. There's definitely some weird texture and scenery here, but I decided that I should probably reset my out of bounds state. One thing I realized when I glitched into this rock is that it was possible to traverse the pillar still, so it gave me an idea to try and find the hidden room in Orgrimmar. We will get there soon enough, but not yet. The next time I glitched out of bounds, I looked at some more scenery and saw how close I could get to the main level. I of course clipped back into bounds and tried again for the umpteenth time. Again, I clipped back into bounds, and it's extraordinarily hard to determine where exactly I was on the map. Finally, I tried to fly past this weird texture again, and my game freezes. Unfortunately. Great. Now I had to worry about this. I tried to move up a bit to see if the game was a little bit more stable the closer I was to the surface, and instead of the game crashing, I just happened to clip back into bounds. Again. Except this time, I'm actually behind the Ragefire Chasm instance portal. It looks like there's only a small section of the chasm explorable, so I didn't spend much time here. I continued to push past Ragefire Chasm to see how far I could get, but something was very wrong. When I opened my map, it was just a black screen. At this point, I had to fully rely upon my minimap if I were to continue. Well, I went for it. I headed towards these hills. It's an incredible view, but I am very nervous. I was not sure which way to travel, so I attempted to stick to the hills and stay near the top just in case I DC'd. And of course, as expected, I do. A bit panicked, I slowly tried to get back to the surface, but again, I DC'd. At this point, I had to weigh the options. I could either keep traveling forward, looking at more scenery and risk getting stuck again, or I could travel back to the safe waters and continue looking around the city. I decided to travel forward first to see if that was a good idea, and moving just a small amount into the wild blue yonder, and after I moved forward just a little bit more, I DC'd again. At this point, it really wasn't an option. I had to make the decision to return to the homelands. I wanted to clip back in bounds, but traveling upwards would not be the solution here. It ensued me with panic. I DC'd so many times, and instead of trying to clip into bounds from the ground, I decided just to turn around and fly straight back to Orgrimmar. Thankfully, I did not DC again, but now I wanted to find a secret that I and probably most World of Warcraft players have known about for some time. I looked around for the correct tower, and I chose incorrectly the first time, but I was able to see the correct one. I knew at this point that it was very possible for me to reach the room. I flew up into this tower, and here it is. WKM with a candle. From all that I've heard about this secret, it is supposedly a memorial to a World of Warcraft developer, but it never has been confirmed. If anyone knows more about these initials, what they stand for, and why this is put in the game, please let me know in the comments. I don't think we were ever meant to see this, but here it is. I think it's good to be able to explore these incredible areas, and I thank Blizzard for keeping stuff like this in the game. It's part of what makes World of Warcraft so special. There's almost an infinite amount of areas to explore, and I hope to continue the trend. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed learning about how to glitch underneath Orgrimmar via Demon Hunter and explore the out of bounds area underneath Orgrimmar, and also visiting a classic World of Warcraft secret that has been in the game for over a decade. Thank you all for watching one of my favorite discoveries in my short YouTube career. We will be back in the caverns of time in the next video.